Howdy, Hello, H2Os, Roller Bros, and Wolf Clan nations alike. I'm your guide Q. Welcome back to r/AmITheAntagonist. We've got some pretty controversial ones this time around, so try not to unsubscribe during this video. Be sure to give your opinion and answer the polls that come after each story. Let's just get right into it. Would I be the antagonist if I tell my girlfriend she needs to bring her own food to my house and pay for the food she has eaten? I want to start off by saying I love my girlfriend, and I'm scared that if I give her this rule or expectation, it'll make her feel unwelcome at my home. We've been dating for a while now, and she's always been courteous in asking to eat or use my stuff. She doesn't eat much, so I always give her the okay. After she had spent a week at my place, I told her she doesn't have to ask me to eat my food on day 3, since she would always ask before she ate. She doesn't eat much since she's smaller, but I didn't take into account that a handful of granola, a bowl of yogurt, and a banana every day would stack up after a while. That is all she's eating. A handful of granola, a bowl of yogurt, and a banana? Is this girl getting enough nutrients? She left my place after the stay, and now every time she comes, she stays for a period of time. She eats my food. I feel bad for wanting her to start buying her own groceries to keep at my place, since she constantly takes me out for food, buys me clothes, contributes to groceries when we cook, and keeps my weed supply full. I can't comfortably afford to be feeding 1.5 me's so often, though, since she's here a minimum of 2 days a week. She has brought up in the past the fact that she feels like I don't take her out enough, but we have a quiet understanding that she makes more than me since she works 5 to 6 days a week and I work 3, not by my choice. I feel like she contributes a lot monetarily to the relationship, and in terms makes her feel like she contributes more emotionally in the relationship because she's always making sure I'm taken care of and comfortable. I don't know if I should just suck it up because she's not taking much from me, and if I'd be wrong or an ass to expect someone who gives so much to give me more. Would I be the antagonist? Oh my lord, the edits though. Edit. Wow. I think making this post was one of the single most worst decisions of my life. My girlfriend uses Reddit and by sheer coincidence found this post, thought, haha, this reminds me of you, saw my username, made the connection, and broke up with me. All within 20 minutes of making this post. She thought there was underlying issues in my relationship, and me being a cheap asshole was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Edit 2, to answer some repeated questions. I made this as a throwaway account. The account name is based off of a pretty popular band, Joyce Manor, I like, so I didn't think she would realize it was me. I'm 26 and she's 20. Her name is not Joyce. I don't think she'll come on here and give her side of the story. TLDR, I am the antagonist. Dude, that's gonna be a bruh sound effect number 2 from me, dog. Oh my god. She's paying for the recreational drugs you smoke, and you're like, yo, this granola, that's just too far. A handful of granola, some yogurt, and a banana, the cheapest fruit on the market, that's just too much for me. I'm glad you learned your lesson, man, and I really hope that you won't make this mistake again because you've been both privately and publicly embarrassed. Am I the antagonist for asking my sister to be discreet about her polyamorous male-female-female relationship in front of the kids? I guess it should be, are we the assholes? But IDK if that's an accepted acronym here. Apologies that the lineup is a bit complicated, but I'll try to lay it out as best as I can. My family is going on a group vacation this summer. We are pooling our resources to rent a nice property on the beach for a week. My husband and I are unfortunately taking the lead on planning and organization. It'll be me, my husband, and our 2 kids, my brother, his wife, and their 3 kids, plus my parents. The kids' age range from 3 to 9. In addition, my sister, her husband, and their girlfriend are invited. My sister is in a polyamorous relationship, and although my family and I don't get all of the nuances, we have tried to be understanding. So as a compromise, we said that her girlfriend could come, but we asked that everyone please refrain from PDA in front of the kids. We were planning to just refer to the girlfriend as a friend of the family. My sister was not happy with this suggestion and is now, once again, saying that she will not go on the trip under these circumstances. At this point, everyone else is exhausted with the subject and all for letting letting her exclude herself from the trip. I'm conflicted though. She's my sister and I obviously love her, but I also think my other family members are trying their best in a touchy situation. Are we wrong? I don't know, this one's kind of complicated. At first, I don't know, I feel like PDA in front of kids, probably not the best idea in general, regardless of what type of relationship you're in. I just think it's a little bit complicated to explain to the kids, because then you'd have to explain, once they've seen that yes, sometimes people are in a relationship where it's okay to have another person, or it's okay to have more than one person involved, and in other relationships that's completely unacceptable because that would be considered cheating. I don't know, it just brings up a bunch of concepts that might be brand new to the kids, especially from 3 to 9, but I don't know, let me know what you guys think. God, another spicy one here. We got 2 abortion ones or 2 pregnancy ones in a row, I guess you could consider it. Am I the antagonist for telling people my sister had an abortion? I'm 99% sure I'm a mega asshat, but I came here just to be sure. My sister, 23 female, is a mega, this person might not know how to spell the word mega, pro-life advocate. Here is the stupid part. I held her hand a year ago when she got her abortion. She never mentions it, and I can guarantee that I'm the only one who knew. I always feel like she's being super hypocritical because she got an easy access to have an abortion and then wants to take that away from others. I was getting sick of seeing her abortion kills babies posts and how she hates pro-choice people, so I decided to comment on one of her posts. I commented, "You were definitely pro-life when I held your hand last year at the abortion clinic." I'm sorry I'm laughing at this, this is just crazy. I've now been blocked and she was banned from most of her pro-life Facebook groups. Okay, so I feel like it would have been different in this situation if the sister would have been open about getting an abortion and then had been like, hey, I had this thing happen, and after I had it, I realized how serious it was and realized that people shouldn't be doing this, but she is actively hiding the fact that she had one while being pro-life. So I don't think that that's a good dichotomy to have going on with your stance on this sort of subject. I feel like you should be open about it and let people know why you're against it, even though you did it, if that's your stance on it. But I also don't think it's cool to just expose somebody for that. I feel like abortion is a very personal thing to have done, and if somebody wants to come out about that, I feel like it should most likely be on their own terms. So, although I disagree with the pro-life sister, I still don't think she should have been exposed like this, so it's kind of an everyone sucks here, leaning towards the person that posted this probably shouldn't have said it. Alright, this one is one of the most complicated Am I the Antagonist I've ever looked at. Am I the antagonist for forcing my son to be a father after he got a girl pregnant? My son is 21 years old and got a girl from work pregnant. Needless to say, I'm incredibly disappointed in him, and when he told me, I was devastated that he'd make such a silly mistake. I asked him about an abortion, and he broke down and told me he'd worn a condom, and he was hoping she'd abort, but to no avail. I have met the future mother of my grandchild in a very awkward meeting one day, and it's clear to me that she's a lovely young lady. However, I found out from her, not even my coward son, that he has broken all ties with her and plans only to give child support and not see this baby at all. I have been texting her and trying to assuage her worries, but she is also understandably worried that she won't have any support and that her baby, my first grandchild, won't have its father. Obviously, I am very much wanting to be in the child's life also. Of course, I have been trying to speak to my son over and over about this issue, and I keep telling him that the deed is done and that he needs to just deal with it now. He told me in tears that he never wanted to be a father and that he wore protection, as well as the fact that they were casual lovers and nothing more. I told him I would withdraw all financial assistance if he wasn't in this baby's life, and he told me that if that was the case, then so be it. So I took his car and phone and bank cards that were attached to my account. In response to this, he's moved in with his father, but I have no idea where he lives, and he's not even attempted once to contact me. He told me he was leaving and that I wasn't supporting him. My own parents are vehemently against him leaving and have said they'll disown him if he doesn't come back. My partner of 12 years, however, is very much on my son's side and has told me that he's disappointed in how I'm handling this. Am I the antagonist? Okay, my opinion on this might be slightly controversial, but here's the way that I break this down, and feel free to let me know if you disagree. That's what these videos are all about. So he did everything right. He did not intend to get this girl pregnant. He wasn't being lazy. He used protection, and it ended up not working. He tells this girl, "I'm not ready to be a father. It would be best for me if you didn't have this child," but she says, "No, I want to have this child," and that's perfectly fine. Like, you can have the child if you want, but I think in that case, she should just be prepared to be a single mother. He even offered to pay child support and all of that. I feel like telling him that he has to be the father because he shot his genetic material into some random girl is the same as telling a girl, "You have to be a mother because somebody shot their genetic material into you. It's wrong to get an abortion." I feel like those are two similar situations. I do think it would be slightly different if they were actually dating or married or something like that, and he decided to run away from the relationship because he got her pregnant, but that's not the case. This was a casual hookup. Imagine yourself in this situation, like, women, imagine yourself as a man that has no control over if that baby now comes into this world or not. I don't know. I think that it's not a great situation to be in. I think we can all agree on that. This is not the ideal situation to be in, and it's definitely up to this mother if she wants to be the child's grandfather and be involved in that child's life, or grandmother, and be involved in that child's life when it comes into this world, but I don't think he necessarily has to be responsible beyond child support. So as always, let me know what you think about all of these posts. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Skate on to the best of your abilities. Make sure you're drinking more water, and I'll see you very soon. Have a wonderful time of your life.